In this video, we're going to have a lot of different types of verbs. And the reason I wanted to do it this way is because these are real chores that people often have to do. But we do have to take a look at the different verbs we're going to run into. So we have some verbs that are going to be irregular. And there's a couple different types. The first main type is going to be a go verb. And those are verbs that end in go, like you see in the example, hago, but only in the first person form. So the main ones we're going to see today are hago and pongo. The rest of the conjugations are going to be normal. They're only irregular in that form. And then we have dar, which is just going to be an irregular. It's going to become doi in the first person form. And the third type we're going to see is going to be a spelling change verb. If you're not familiar with these are verbs that change not just the ending of the verb, but they have another change within the verb when it's conjugated, and it's to keep a specific sound. So we're going to see this with recoger. Recoger is to pick up toys in this case, but it could be to pick up anything off the floor or anything that's spread out. And you can hear that recoger has this H sound. It has the soft G, the GE combination. It makes an H sound. So when we conjugate this, we're actually going to conjugate it with a J. And that is to keep that H sound in the conjugation. Let me show you why. Recojo, in the first person, I pick up, has that H sound. If I didn't put that there, if I kept this as a G, that GO is going to make a hard G sound. And it would be recogo. And it wouldn't retain that original sound that it has. So that's why there are spelling changes. I'm going to put this here. Recojo. And that's going to be consistent. It's going to be consistent throughout the conjugations, except with the spelling change verbs, there's no changes in the nosotros form. But we're not going over the nosotros form today, so we're not going to worry about that right now. Reco. It's an ER verb. Let me make sure I have my ES on the end. Recoges. And the rest of them are going to conjugate normally. But these are the ones, we have 4 of them that we have to look out for that are going to have a little bit of an irregularity. So what I'd like for you to do is to go ahead and conjugate the rest of these verbs normally how they would be conjugated. And then we're going to go ahead and combine these with our tener que obligations. So in order to do this, first I'm going to take one of the things that I have to do. So remember, I have to clean the clothes, to wash clothes. Tengo que lavar la ropa. So my first sentence, I'm making sure that I use my obligation. I'm making sure that I say, I have to. I don't want to, but I have to. So I'm expressing that with tengo que and the verb. And then in my second sentence, I want to expand on that. So I want to explain a little bit more to be conversational and to be more interesting. But this time I have to make sure I'm using the present tense of the verb lavar. So if I take lavar and leaving off the AR, adding my O, lavo, now I have I wash, lavo la ropa, and I can add a prepositional phrase of time or place to be more specific, because if I say tengo que lavar la ropa, lavo la ropa, well, that doesn't really give me anything extra. That's just saying I have to wash clothes, I wash clothes. But in this case I would say lavo la ropa los sábados, sábados and la mañana. And now I have something a little bit more descriptive. I could even go on to say lavo la ropa de mi hija en la casa. I'm still using the same conjugation, the same grammatical structure, but in this case I'm saying who I'm washing the clothing for. I'm using a prepositional phrase of a place. So I would like for you to pick 3 of the things that you have to do and expand on them for me. Tell me a little bit more about them. I don't want you to feel limited to just putting a time of day. You can tell me as much information as you want, and try really to use details. I could go on to say which types of clothes I wash at home, because I don't realistically wash all my clothes at home, but I do wash bathing suits and delicates, and the rest of it I send out to get washed. So you can be as detailed as possible just to make it a little bit more interesting for the reader.